Welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. This here's where the water tastes like wine, and I totally forget where the fuck we are. We're tracking down these people, doing the actual game part of the game, so head down south to Kentucky. It's been a couple of days. I need a crossing. Fuck. Alright. Closest crossing is way the hell over here. If absolutely nothing else about this game sticks with me, this fucking whistle song absolutely will. I've been whistling it at work, I've been whistling it while walking around. It is perpetually stuck in my head. Sunaway's eyes, whoa, what? Devil collecting his debt? Yeah, sure, it's true. I originally had the intention of like, yeah, let's get all of the stories up to level 3. No. It's probably possible, but the amount of time that would take to successfully pull off, it's more time than I'm really willing to invest in this game at this point. I put in almost 20 hours at this point. We're at like 17 or 18 hours, something like that. It's been fun, but this is not a 100-hour game for me. Not every game has to be. But most of the games I play are certainly in that category. Fuck. Do I need to change my stories? Probably not. I probably am on my last chapter with you? Yeah, Cassidy? Yeah.
You want to know something funny? I've been misguided the whole time I've been speaking with you.
He's a storm of sorrow and poetry. I like this.
I was in the library in Seattle and I found Ovid's Remedia Amoris, The Cures for Love. There's a part where he specifically advises against traveling alone to overcome a heartbreak, which is exactly what I've been doing for so long. I laughed. A wild, bestial laugh. They came over and kicked me out.
That's a big library. So, surprising.
You never know what you'll come across when you read whatever you can. I need an optimistic story right now. Something to put a smile on my face. Can you think of any like that?
Maybe. I'm just gonna tell him everybody else's stories because I think that's good enough to do the last chapter.
Authority. Well, one thing I've learned on the road is that so many people clamor for a voice that speaks to them. They want to see a reflection of themselves. But they don't get that. They get something that reduces them, cuts them down to a little morsel for others to eat. That's to say, there's a lot of bad art and writing out there.
Yeah, there is.
This country is in a real crisis of bad art. We need to do something about it.
Make better art.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that? That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it. Maybe Silas thinks of me sometimes, of our paths together. I hope he does. I'll be disappointed if he's really moved on, if he doesn't give his time with me another thought. I like to imagine him sitting there with Pauline going on about something, wishing he were listening to me instead. Is that so wrong?
No.
I'm sure I won't always be this philosophical about it.
You're not being that philosophical about it.
Alone, out here. I spend too much time inside my own head. Can you tell me a hopeful story to lighten my mood? That's a good one. We do reach up like that, towards hope. The future I don't know what's to come after all this, but at the moment I can't bring myself to care. The whole time I wandered alone, I lived in the past and put all of my hopes in something yet to come. I need to let go of all of that. I've decided there's no such thing as the future.
Okay.
It's a healthier way to go about this business of living.
There's no such thing as the future. There's just right now, so you're gonna live for the now rather than the later?
Out here, I spend too much time inside my own head. Can you tell me a hopeful story to lighten my mood? I like that one. Makes me feel the way Silas used to in the old days. I'm done looking for family. It's best not to get too attached to any one group of people. In the end, you'll feel betrayed. I'm not a misanthrope, though. I say only that it's best to keep your expectations in check. There's nothing wrong with being alone, either. It can be nice to be free of ties to others. I need an optimistic story right now. Something to put a smile on my face. Can you think of any like that?
Oh, of course he knows his own verse.
That's a good one. We do reach up like that, towards hope. This country, I learned several times over that it's full of suffering, but there's measures of beauty in it too. The trick is to be able to see both things, to perceive all things at once.
Yeah. Not just to see the hope, not just to see the hopelessness, but to see both at the same time. Absolutely.
Silas could do this to some extent, but I'm not sure that even he could gather the entirety of it in one stroke. These lands are just too vast for that. When we first met, I asked you why you were on this road, but I was the one who really didn't know why I was out here. Now I'm off again, this time to find a place to stay a little while. Not sure where that'll be just yet. I only know I want some place where I can see the water and watch trains go by.
I got a few places in mind.
Even at rest, I still need to be near things in motion. They say the Dharma will end, like all things, and the time of its ending has already begun. So what is there for us in this world? Why should we stick it out here? I don't have a great answer to that, but I feel better than I did before.
Yeah.
I loved Silas. I still love him. Love him like nobody else. But everyone goes their separate ways in the end. We all have to wander. See you around.
And there goes my favorite character. It may have benefited me to put them off until last, but that's okay. I kind of want to do the kid last. Wrap up with him, because he was our first, so I'm gonna go down Mississippi, Alabama. It looks like we can go Florida, then up through here. But we got a loop going on in whatever case. Now, the East Coast really is a small place, geographically. States in New England in particular are very defiant about being differentiated from each other, but man, y'all are real close together. I think it takes traveling long expanses to really get that idea. Not just conceptually, but to really understand just how fucking big our planet can be. Just get out and drive and fly and walk and hike and just go and go and go. There's two in Birmingham? Oh, I guess these are both in Birmingham. Alright. How convenient. I don't remember a damn thing about what kinds of stories you want, so this is gonna be rough, probably. Althea.
Giving up is its own peculiar kind of joy. Ain't nothing like it. No man so good, no smoke so deep. When the devil found me, I was on the edge of that cliff. He had seen deep inside me. He knew. deal. Tell me a story to make me laugh. I could use a chuckle.
Shit, you want a funny story. Walkin' Willis.
Ain't that a chuckle? Travel. Well, the road ahead seems safer for me than the road behind.
Ain't that a chuckle?
I didn't go back to Memphis. Seemed more important to drink my whiskey and play my songs. Send a check instead of a letter. Ooh, how about a story about the dark and scary things in the world?
So you like funny. You like scary. I can work with that.
Ooh, now. That sends shivers up my spine. Traps. Well, I thought fame would be freedom. Thing about being on stage is that it feels so open. But there's a line you do not cross. There are 3 walls you can see. And then the one wall you never name, but almost fear. You can't tell you in a cage till you can't leave it. Ooh, how about a story about the dark and scary things in the world?
Yeah, Landlady's Cat or Vacant Farmhouse. These are both scary.
Oh, that's a scary one.
That's what you asked for.
Death. I did not think that death could or would touch me. Before I met the devil, I felt I was too worthless even for death. I never feared the devil, no. He took something from me, but he gave me back something I lost too. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
A bit of that tragedy. Alright, sad woman who'd forgotten her family.
That's like a song. Pretty and sad.
As
Choices.
you asked.
My choice was starving or glory. Now what do you think I chose? Of course I shook the devil's hand. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Tragic story. Young man who wore his dead brother's uniform? Was this tragic? Was it scary?
I
don't
drink to
remember.
that. Past me. She was a beautiful one. I made myself look like a lady. I bought dresses and jewels. I had my hair done every day, my short nails buffed so they shine. I was beautiful once. You can't tell, but I was beautiful once.
Fuck.
Ah, the sun is up.
That's such a sad sentence.
One more night gone. I'm headed down the road this way, but maybe we'll see each other again. And I'll tell you about how it all went wrong.
You can't tell, but I was beautiful once.
Thought it would last forever. You understand, I was not just a star. I was an inventor. No one played guitar like me. No one. I deserved what I had. I thought it would last forever. It should have.
Oh, that's not the only thing we're doing here in Birmingham.
Well, I'm gonna heft my spade up upon my weary back. I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low, when my trains run out of track,
Robin Hood who will start a communist revolution.
my home. Well, I got no companion.
What is this?
Except the wind.
thought that had a different symbol to it before. Maybe it did?
Ones who'll bury me.
I don't remember the stories you like. What up, Shaw?
I suppose most expect a Negro to end up in prison. Yeah, there's two kinds in my estimation. There's a prison with bars, where they lock you up after they decided you've done a crime. And there's also the prison without bars.
It's not prison with bars where they lock you up after you've done a crime, it's where they've decided you've done a crime. It's a good distinction.
As everywhere else, if you look hard enough. You got any good happy stories? Where things work out for someone, maybe?
Hopeful? Okay, yeah, Hopeful. 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 Hopeful? No. No, I don't have hopeful stories right now, apparently. Yeah, the bird. The bird's helpful.
That was a good one. Wish I could have your stories around when I'm in a dark place, you know? Fortune. Yeah, prison was maybe the only time I felt like I knew what was going on. They make sure you know what's up and down in there. Strange blessing. But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
Tragic story. Woman who staged her own murder? This seems... No. This won't be tragic.
Come on, you can't shock me.
Shocking.
I'm free now. After all those years of hard labor, they let me go. Kind of felt like being fired from a job. But anyway, now I feel like hearing a hopeful story. Got any of those?
Oh, man, I should have been keeping a list of Shaw likes this kinds of stories. This person likes this kinds of stories. Okay, music echoing off the red rocks. Is this hopeful? Is it exciting? I think it's hopeful.
Good to hear
Yeah.
a story that's more happy than the world really is. Nice to escape.
Nope. I don't have a home.
Realizing that you have nothing and belong nowhere feels both like death and freedom at the same time. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay?
Sad. Deathstroke School haunted by the ghost of its old janitor, even though it's not haunted, and he's not a janitor.
Body and soul. The past, sharecropping, and prison. It all blends together in my head. Might as well be the same thing. In prison, I ate more. But tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there so far?
Thrilling. Well, a man who discovered Pluto. Isn't this exciting? This is thrilling, right? Is this hopeful? Nah, this has got to be thrilling.
Well, I wish the world
It's
were like
hopeful?
that. The future.
Fuck.
But what does a body do after they leave prison? Especially when it feels more real on the inside than the outside. Here's the sun. I got to go.
Alright.
Our road takes me up this way. But if we meet again, I'll be glad to talk. What does a man owe in this life, do you think?
Very little.
I never think I ask or want for much. Just food, shelter, fair pay for honest work. Is it selfish? I truly have to wonder. Is it selfish to feel like you're owed anything at all? Even that? Tell me, brother, what was it that you wanted? What did life bring you instead?
Good question.
Well, I'm gonna cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far along.
Alright, let's just switch these out with things that I know work. I'm gonna quit trying to grow other stories. Molasses. Okay, that's one hopeful story. Do I have anything that's full in here that's not hopeful? Wow. Sneeze. No, I don't have anything in here that's not hopeful. How about that? Well, let's just double up, I suppose. This is exciting, I think. Let's get Devil collecting his debt, because that's more interesting. This is funny, and this is funny, but they're both just half-closed eye now, which is very confusing. Casey Jones. I'd rather have this because that's a new story I picked up that I know no one has been told. Jersey Devil's scary, so let's grab that. I don't... yeah, I guess this one. I don't... Some of these have, like, no stories. But some have obscene numbers of stories. I know it's based on the way that I interacted with them, but still. Man, I really don't have a lot that are full open eye. That or it's a visual glitch. I'm kind of thinking it might be a visual glitch. I like the bird. Do we have better stories? We do. Ish. I'm gonna keep the bird. I like the bird too much. Yeah, that'll do. Let's get better. So now it's less garbage. Still not gonna use it. The whistling is just so much worse than the background music. It seems like such an odd choice to make the whistle overpower the vocals, considering how much more expensive the music would have been to record and acquire than the whistles. You spent so much time and money working on the great audio assets, and then you just overpower them with really half-assed travel quick-time event mechanic. Oh, we're done with Shaw.
When they let me out, I needed work. Weren't too particular to staying in Alabama after I seen the way those men's eyes went looking at me.
Ah!
My son was headed up to Chicago, and I wrote him a letter.
What? Shaw, you're so cool.
He made it sound like a paradise. Money falling out of your ears up north. Money spilling out of your pockets. White men who actually met your gaze and said hello, he told me. And at that, I laughed. As I made my way to Chicago, I felt a bit like Moses, if I'm honest. I felt as if the country was splitting to make a path for me. Path to a new life. You got any good happy stories? Where things work out for someone, maybe?
You are so cool. Oh, you already know about your own life and times. That makes sense.
Good to hear a story that's more happy than the world really is. Nice to escape.
I can't tell what he is. Is he a heron? A four-winged heron?
My past. You think I wasted my life? I'm not sure anymore. As a young man, I thought I fought for something righteous. Now, Lord, who knows? So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay? I hear you. My future? After I decided to leave Chicago, I don't know. I knew I'd be walking forever. That was the only thing keeping me from laying down to die. You know any good jokes? Funny tales?
No any jokes. How about Bertha? This is her life's a joke, right? No?
Look at me. You got me laughing.
I love the really exaggerated reactions to
My
funny
family,
jokes.
Well, I'm worried about my boy. My son, he's content to be a janitor, but he don't get it. If he's a janitor, then his son will be too, and his grandson next. A generation of janitors until kingdom come.
Someone has to be a janitor.
But tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there so far? Damn, that's one surprising tale. Love is one of those fussy woman's things.
Love is one of those fussy woman's things. Oh, alright.
I'm not supposed to have it, so I don't.
That's sad.
But anyway, now I feel like hearing a hopeful story. Got any of those?
Yeah, I guess I do. Probably.
That was a good one. Wish I could have your stories around when I'm in a dark place, you know? My place? My father was born here, and I was born here. But everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. Move along. Negro is a human animal denied a country, home. We have to make it for ourselves. Or maybe just stand up and take what we've been owed. And that's how I got here. Still wandering, still looking. Maybe somewhere out there's a promised land. But I ain't seen it. Have you? It's nice to sit and talk a while on occasion. But the way you're looking, it tells me you got somewhere to be. Why don't you go on then? And if you end up in that promised land, then send for me after.
See what I can do. Ah, Shaw. You are good people.
Down to the river, gonna cleanse my soul. Going down to the river, gonna cleanse my soul. That current gonna take firm.
It's such a relief not to be out west anymore. Or in the Midwest. This is so pleasant.
Gonna cleanse my soul.
Who dis?
Won't heed temptation.
He's standing there all of a sudden, his cologne turning the wind still and stale. I found her, you know.
Oh!
Suddenly, you don't quite recall what led you down the path to wander through this cotton field. He walks alongside you, taking particular pleasure with each stalk of cotton trampled underfoot. Always would, of course. Didn't need help. You place his accent somewhere between Baltimore and Golgotha.
That's a great line.
Never know who your friends are. His face unhinges into a smile, a process that involves only his teeth. Now we know. His eyes, two dark pinpricks on off-white eyeballs, seem to stare right through your skull. And then, all you see is the afterimage of the descending sun.
I'm gonna tear it down. We gonna drive the hurting heartache out with a wild and right.
Althea, Chapter 3, Shadows and the Flames. It seems so weird that some people get 3
There's a
chapters
song
and others
called
get
Good
4.
Rockin' Tonight, written by Roy Brown.
This is who
When I
he
heard
was
it,
looking
I
for.
thought, there ain't nothing special.
I'm an idiot! Yeah, oh, okay. Wow, okay, so she's actually connected to this ambient story about the devil looking for someone. Do your choices in answering him matter? Don't know.
Sounds like a gospel, but it's about making love. Ain't the sort of thing they play on the radio. And I heard it again. Winona Harris sang it. Then it was something else.
Oh, this is evocative of Greek sculptures. How her arm is broken and missing a piece here.
Then I knew exactly the deal Winona made.
Maybe just an old sculpture.
Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
This is very interesting. It's her. I love the imagery going on
now,
here.
That pain. Authority. Well, when the world don't want you, you can't tell people to fuck off no more. It's back to yes, sir, and no, sir. I don't play like that. So here I am. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it. I drink to that. The past in my dreams. So I wish I didn't dream no more. I wish I could forget Marcus's young face last time I saw him. I wish I could forget soft beds and liquor that don't burn your throat. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
My dear girl, you are just full of tragedy.
That's like a song, pretty and sad. The future, it ain't for me. Same griefs as today, stretching out to infinity. Sometimes I check to see if I'm a ghost. Maybe I died when I met the devil. Been haunting y'all ever since. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it. I drink to that. My family. We was all cursed, right from the beginning. I think my father left us because he could see weren't nothing there but tragedy. Ooh, how about a story about the dark and scary things in the world? Ooh, now, that sends shivers up my spine. Death. I'm dead. It's true. I'm dead, stranger. It's like the world spins, but I don't move. I can rock and roll, but no one cares. Don't get shows no more. I sang for dimes again. So I lay me here, guitar in one hand, bottle in the other. I wanted to be the best blues singer in the world, but the world left me. The devil don't give even deals. He knows you better than you know yourself. The devil gave me everything, but he took everything too. There's no running left in me. Don't weep for me. I will die here. Those young bucks, they don't even know why they strum like that now. Listen here, it was me. It was me who made this world. That's all I have now, and I need you to know this. I made the world that ruined me. So are we done here? I done laid myself bare for you. That's all there is to me now. My drink, my smoke, my guitar, my gutted body. You got something to say to me, or am I gonna have to play it out of you?
Oh. Yeah, I like a lot of the characters out here more than those out west. Damn, I liked her. Who this? Debris!
I always knew you'd come loping back my way and catch me checking for marks. How you been, traveler? I'm afraid I got myself in some damn tight spots since we last made bets with each other. It's the way of the world. You give too much, someone gon' take away too much. Just don't mind me if I seem like I'm wincing. It ain't you. It's just love making its way to hell. Come on, come sit.
It's just love making its way to hell.
Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Casey Jones is apparently exciting.
Well, well, they should let you make the movies, honey.
The movies. All of them.
You walk by one place and suddenly you got a jarring feeling of deja vu. That feeling like you've been in circles but no one remembers you or knows you're there. That's what life feels like. Like walking in circles like roulette. And sometimes it's your number and most of the time it ain't, and you gotta store that energy, I learned. Store it for when you win. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Thunderbirds? Are these exciting? Seem exciting.
Honey, thrills is the stuff I live on. That one will keep me going. Freedom's a trap. The more they tell you you have it, the more they've taken it away. The more you try to move toward it, the more your legs get deeper into the web. I left jail one morning and the jailer said a sweet goodbye. And I walk out into the town square and a man spit on me for looking like I weren't dressed for outside. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
More exciting stories? You haven't had enough? House that appears only when thunder strikes? It doesn't matter if this is correct or not. We're done with this
Quit
phase.
it, stranger. That sweet nonsense will kill me young, faster than the drinking do. I am home, friend. Do you know what it's like to be your own home? I am it. You can see the windows into the loft, the tools I use to fix the shelves of my life. And when I look out each morning, the lawn is different as I fan out the cards. Hey, Got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
She really does ask for movie stories a lot. Is this thrilling? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, well, they should let you make the movies, honey.
So you've said.
Of course I can't go to the cops. What would the cops do but arrest me, a known grifter gal? And even if I try to say the boy who did this to me were ripping off casinos, you think they wouldn't just pin that on me? Damn you, stranger. Don't ever go to cops with a man in mind. They'll ignore you for the numbers. Numbers are a girl's enemy. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Blood. I do. Not that it matters, but I do.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do.
I know she means a hand of cards, but that's not what my brain initially parses that sentence to mean.
It ain't possible to live in a world without men, and so it ain't possible to live in a place where things ain't taken, you see? And it makes it worse if you love them. I met a no-shit blonde once who couldn't have stolen anything from me, she was that sweet. And before I could love her, a man took her and we were all back to taking again, and boy, you couldn't blame him, could you?
Huh. Had it been established before now that you were gay? Or at least bi? I guess bi, probably. Maybe not.
I never did. All this heavy stuff, it's nice to have someone to pay attention. Soothe my bruises, let the dice speak.
Wait, maybe she did say something before and I'm just not remembering.
You want to play a few cards with me before you move on?
It doesn't matter.
Of course you do. Let's play slow for a while and you tell me a tale?
So we're going here, then here. We got 20 minutes left in this hour. Might actually be able to wrap up this game tonight. Ah, would that be a blessing? So I have been itching to play something a bit more involved. Of course, I don't really know what else I'd play. I picked up Factorio now. I've been digging around with that a little bit. It's fun enough in a time-passing kind of way, but there's enough people playing that out there. I don't really think I bring much to the conversation, except, oh look, it's a new person being bad and relearning Factorio for the 800th time. You can play Goat Simulator? No. No. I never understood that game. Sort of pseudo-parody. It was interesting, and it was kind of funny for like a week. That does not fit my sense of humor very well. I kind of forgot about that game before you mentioned it. I don't know why I keep going over to these and getting money and stuff like that. Not like we need it. Like, I want my stories to get better. But truth be told, I'm probably not revisiting this game once I stop streaming it, because all I can do is make my stories better. I am curious in how you get all the achievements, because apparently there's been some confusion in that regard, but who really gives a shit? Last time I said Rick wasn't saying bullshit. This time, bullshit. Oh wow, Jacksonville is the place to be apparently. So, as I walk in between Florida and Georgia, one of these will pop up, the other will go away. So now I turn back around. Oh yeah, this is exploitable. Not that I mean, I was about to say not that I'm going to exploit it, but I am. I think I mentioned wanting to play Operation Genesis. I might make that happen. I might finally get around to playing Stellaris, a non-modified version of it, or a specifically modified version of it. I've been wanting to go back to Hearts of Iron, because new DLC did come out, what, almost a month ago now? But I've been waiting for Kaiserreich to put out their next patch so I can play Kaiserreich, because I think Kaiserreich's just a better version of Hearts of Iron. Finally reinstalled Victoria 2. It's a tempting prospect to go back to that. But Victoria 2, I kind of have to do homework to remember just how the game mechanics work. Because it is not a simple game. That game needs a remake. Badly. I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. I really hate these. What do you think? It doesn't matter what I think, just give me the better version of the story. Like the first time you run into one of these little story upgrade vignettes, it's kind of interesting to read it, but now it's just like, yes, I know what's going to happen, yep. And I'm not even getting most of the stories maxed out this way. I got no companion except the wind and the sea. And when it's the story of the vacant farmhouse +2. Yeah? I'm fairly sure that's not supposed to be there. Well, I'm gonna cast my stones on the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far along. When the night comes down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale, my vagrant song. Yeah, this will be my tale. Out of curiosity, can I make text speed faster? No, I can't. How many of these am I going to run into? I mean, quite a few, I suppose. Because I've told damn near every story that I've had. Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally of my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found. Wait, talking about Walking Willis. Thought we were done with Walking Willis. Yeah, alright, yeah. Apparently, talking about Willis. Well, I'm gonna have
left my spade up upon my weary back. I'm gonna keep the last rides tucked
Ah.
coals burn low and my trains run out of track. Won't be no one else to dig my hole. Well, I got no companion except the wind and the sea. And when I'm cold and empty,
Alright, I'm gonna stop just upgrade, because we're getting tired. This is a thing we're keeping in mind, though. Jimmy, Chapter 3, Uncertain Pains of Hell.
Here you are again. Sit down. Glad to have another person to talk with on a night like this.
So Jimmy gets 4 chapters.
France is weighing heavy on me again. No, that's wrong. It ain't just France. America weighs heavy on me too. Things it did to us over there, and every day since the war ended, back here at home. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Whew, exciting. Thrilling, huh? Devil taking form as a bull sent to terrorize sinners.
You've got a pretty wild life. You know that? Authority? When you lose respect for someone who once held it. I left because I couldn't stand living with Pops anymore. He was the living example of a hypocrite, a liar dressed up as a saint. All that muscle was a front. He's the weakest man I ever knew. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Want a thrilling story. Weatherman, this is either scary or thrilling. I can't remember which, but there you go.
Different folks have different senses of humor, I suppose.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Faith? They had faith.
What?
And you know what it took for them to trust me? A cross on my collar and cap. I was a boy, but they needed the reverend and the faithful to find what they need. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Strange color from outer space.
Huh. That one's trying to be scary, right?
Ah!
I'll work on some of my wishes. They were answered.
I really hate the arbitrary. No. That's not thrilling. That's scary. No. That's not thrilling. That's more funny than thrilling. Fuck you. A story can be more than one thing. Especially when you make the stories we get from these people be everything. If you can tell a story about a person to be scary or hopeful or thrilling or sad or... I'm forgetting the other 2, I think there's 6 total things, then you can do that with any story.
It was painful, and I saw things truly. Wounds physical and spiritual both.
I engage with your game mechanics with contempt.
But it was a dream, too. I was out from under my father. I was in the world. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary. Just walking.
Walking to church. Tell you what. Let's just tell you about Mason.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute.
Boom, done.
You know, I saw a lot of death in France. Friends and enemies both. But none of it mattered as much as seeing Pops die in the rain when I got back.
Shit.
Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary. Just walking, church to...
You want another thrilling story, huh? Oh, Thunderbirds. Wow, I never told you about the Thunderbirds. Weird.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a freedom.
Yeah.
A major, a Frenchman, told me all men were free so long as we weren't chained to a wall. Thought he was raising my spirits.
What shitty advice. Hey man, you're free as long as you're not chained to a wall. No!
Next day, he gave the order for us to head to Meuse Argonne. In a few days, we'd lost 850 freedmen.
Shit.
Night's over. Well, I've got to get walking. My journey takes me up this way. What is it the paper they gave me said? Chaplain James Coates displayed gallantry in administering to the wounded under terrific fire, exposing himself at all times to reach the sides. Fraudulent love is what that is.
Oh.
Yeah, they gave us a Sunday parade when we came home. But by noon on Monday, we were niggers again.
Fuck. Where the hell can I go to get some sleep? Am I not tired anymore? Wait, what? I'm not tired anymore. 4 minutes left in the hour?
When the night come down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale. Yeah, this will be my tale. My vagrant song.
Don't have enough time left in the first hour. Oof, man, the bit rate's all over the fucking place. To wrap up talking with somebody else. So instead, I'm just gonna walk back and forth, upgrade songs and stories, and then next hour run up to Savannah. Jacksonville apparently tells some really good fucking stories. A lot of them. Oh my god, I'm so sick of... Rick was telling us a story. Is it bullshit? Oh, it's bullshit. I swear it happened. Okay, move on.
I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my word.
Tiny Motormouth is eagerly sharing the details of strange tale with her brother telling him a blessed bird of foresight. Travelers pay to change their future. Newspaper with barely contained horror reads out a story about Willie, the man who robbed 100 banks and never got arrested. Sounds like nonsense to me for sure. One and back. One and back. Never expected this game to have any form of grinding in it, but here it is. Yeah, this is one of my favorite versions of the theme song. I think the one we were getting in the South that has a woman singing it, I like a little more than this one. But I like, this is one of my favorites.
And when I'm cold and empty, they're the ones who marry me.
Alright, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna cut this here. We're gonna run up to Savannah, and I'm gonna stop this stupid back and forth. Thanks for hanging out so far. This is gonna be the end of hour 1. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm gonna keep streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, I feel like I've said more words in the last 2 sentences than I have in the last 10 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, stop by again tomorrow. We're nearing the end here. Until then, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that silly shenanigans. Until then, toodaloo, take care. Bye-bye.